This is KVR Narasimha, lecturer in mathematics, Sri Venkateswara College of Arts and Science, Amalapuram, East Godavari district, affiliated to Adi Kavi Nanna University, Rajahmundry. Today I am discussing about the problems in the second year mathematics, third semester of Unit 1, Group Theory. In the previous lessons, we have discussed about the main concepts and certain problems and theorems. In this topic, we are discussing about certain problems based upon the topics which have been discussed earlier. In this case, the problem is show that, very important problem. This question must be asked in so many times, and there is a very important problem in this topic. That is, the problem is show that a finite semi-group G satisfying cancellation laws is a group. Once again the problem, show that a finite semi-group satisfying cancellation laws is a group. అంటే ఒక సెమీ గ్రూపు క్యాన్సిలేషన్ లాస్ అంటే క్యాన్సిలేషన్ లాస్ అంటే లెఫ్ట్ క్యాన్సిలేషన్ లా యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ రైట్ క్యాన్సిలేషన్ లా. క్యాన్సిలేషన్ లాస్ సాటిస్ఫై చేస్తే ఆ సెమీ గ్రూప్ కాస్త గ్రూప్ అవుతుంది అని చూపించాలి. సో నౌ వీ గో టు ప్రూవ్ ద ప్రాబ్లం. దట్స్ వై let G is equal to set A1, A2, etc., AI, etc., AJ, etc., AN. Because this G having n elements, so it is a finite set. So that's why G is a finite set. Dot is usual multiplication. Dot means usual multiplication. And G comma dot is a finite semi-group. Because G is finite, that's why it is finite group. And semi-group means it's satisfying associative property only. Then G comma dot is a finite semi-group. Now let A belongs to G. Then AG, let small a belongs to G, then AG is equal to set AA1, AA2, etc., AAI, etc., AAJ, etc., AAN. Therefore, let X belongs to AG. Let us choose an element in AG, that is X. That's why X belongs to AG implies X is equal to AAI, where AI belongs to G. Because AG contains every element like AAI. What is AI? AI belongs to G. That's where X belongs to AG implies X is equal to AAI for some AI belongs to G. Now A belongs to G, comma AI belongs to G implies AAI belongs to G, implies X belongs to G. Therefore X belongs to AG implies X belongs to G. Therefore AG is a subset of G. Call it as equation 1. Because X belongs to AG, that you have to choose one first. It is proved X belongs to G. X belongs to AG means implies X belongs to G. Therefore AG is a subset of G. That is the equation as call it as 1. Now if AAI is equal to AAJ, AAI, two elements in AG, say AAI, AAJ are taken as equivalent. That is AAI is equal to AAJ. So in the statement cancellation law obeys. So in this case by left cancellation law AAI is equal to AAJ implies AI is equal to AJ. Therefore, AI is equal to AJ implies AAI is equal to AAJ. Therefore, if AAI not equal to AJ implies AAI not equal to AAJ. Therefore, AG contains n different elements of G and AG is a subset of G. So, AAI not equal to AJ for AI not equal to AJ. Therefore, AG contains n different elements because G contains n elements. A1, A2, etc. An. Therefore, AG also contains n different elements of G and AG is a subset of G. But AG and G contain same number of elements. How many elements in G? G having n elements. How many elements in AG? AG having n elements. Both AG and G having same number of elements. Therefore, and AG is a subset of G. That implies AG is equal to G. Two sets having same elements and one set is a subset of another set. Then the two sets are equivalent. Therefore, AG is equal to G. Similarly, we can also prove GA is equal to G for all A belongs to G. So, we have obtained two results. One is AJ is equal to G, another is GA is equal to G. Now, let A comma B belongs to G and A belongs to G implies AG is equal to G and GA is equal to G. A comma B belongs to G and A belongs to G implies AG is equal to G, GA is equal to G. Now, if B belongs to G implies B belongs to GA. B belongs to GA, comma, B belongs to AG implies by certain theorem, that is B is equal to YA and AX is equal to B, where Y belongs to G and X belongs to G. Therefore, our previous result, we have proved that the equation AX is equal to B and YA is equal to B have unique solutions in G. So, in a semi-group, if AX is equal to B, YA is equal to B, have unique solutions, then the group G is, then the semi-group G is a group. Therefore, the theorem has been proved. So, once again, the theorem. A finite semi-group G satisfying cancellation laws is a group. That's why we have to choose a finite set G as contains n elements A1, A2, etc. An. Therefore, and dot is a usual multiplication. G comma dot is a semi-group. So, G is finite. By the definition of finite semi-group, G comma dot is a finite semi-group. So, let us choose an element A belongs to G. Then AG is equal to set AA1, AA2, etc. AAI, etc. AAJ, etc. AAN. Let us choose some elements in AG, say X. Therefore, let X belongs to AG implies whatever element in AG is of the form AAI. Therefore, X is equal to AAI. What is AI? AI belongs to G. Therefore, A belongs to G, AI belongs to G because G is a semi-group. Therefore, AAI is equal to A into AI. That is A dot AI is equal to AAI also belongs to G. This implies X belongs to G. Using this result, we have chosen as X belongs to AG implies X belongs to G. That means AG is a subset of G. This implies if AAI is equal to AAJ in two elements in AG, then by using left cancellation law, because the statement says that the semi-group satisfying cancellation law. In this result, we have chosen left cancellation law. Therefore, AAI is equal to AAJ implies AI is equal to AJ. Therefore, AI not equal to AJ implies AAI not equal to AAJ. That means any two elements in AG are chosen such that they are obtained by multiplying two different elements in G. Then AI not equal to AJ, AAI not equal to AJ. This implies both AG and G contains same number of elements, and by equation 1 AG is a subset of G. One set is subset of G and both sets having same number of elements, hence AG is equal to G for all A belongs to G. So by using right cancellation law we can also prove GA is equal to G for all A belongs to G. Now let A comma B belongs to G implies AG is equal to G, GA is equal to G, and B belongs to G implies B belongs to GA implies B belongs to AG, B belongs to G implies B belongs to GA as well as B belongs to AG. This implies B is equal to YA and B is equal to AX. What is X comma Y? Both X comma Y belongs to G. Therefore, the equations AX is equal to B and YA is equal to B have unique solutions in the finite semi-group G. Therefore, G is a group. This theorem has proved. This is a very important theorem. This theorem may be asked in so many times in the examination. Now, another problem, that is theorem. If S is a non-empty set, then the set G of all bijections on S is a group with respect to the composition of mapping. If S contains more than two elements, then G must be a non-abelian. Once again the theorem statement, if S is a non-empty set, then the set G of all bijections on G is a group with respect to the composition of mapping. If S contains more than two elements, then G must be non-abelian. For this proof, S is a non-empty set. Let us choose identity function. That is I is equal to IA is a bijective function. What is I? I belongs to G. Therefore, if G is a non-empty set of all bijective function, let F comma G, small f comma small g, are two functions belongs to G implies F belongs to G implies F S to S. F S to S is a bijective function because identity function is always bijective. Similarly, G belongs to G implies G S to S is also bijective function. Now, next one is F S to S is a bijective function, G S to S is another bijective function. Then the permitted binary operation is composition, say circle. Therefore, F circle G is also S to S as a bijective function. F circle G is a bijective function means F circle G belongs to capital G. Therefore, composition of mapping is a binary operation on G. Therefore, G comma circle is an algebraic structure. This is the first condition of group has been obeyed. Now, let us choose three functions from capital G. Say f, small g, small h. F comma g comma h belongs to G implies F circle G circle F is equal to F circle G circle F. So, which says associative property with respect to the composition of mapping has also been proved. Therefore, G comma circle is a semi-group. Now, let F belongs to G, I belongs to G, because these two are identity functions. One is identity function, both are bijective functions. That is, F belongs to G, I belongs to G, implies F circle I is equal to I circle F is equal to F. Therefore, I is identity on G with respect to the composition. So, for our Z, for our G, identity have also exist. In addition to binary operation property as well as associative property. Therefore, G comma circle is a monoid. Now, F belongs to G. F is a bijective function on G. That is, F S2S is bijective function. S2S is bijective. Then inverse also exists. What is the inverse of F? F inverse. F inverse S2S is also bijective function. Such that F circle F inverse is equal to F inverse circle F is equal to I. Therefore, F inverse is the inverse of small f belongs to G with respect to the composition. Therefore, our G also having inverse function, inverse bijective function. Therefore, the four properties, that is binary operation, next composition, associative property, identity property and inverse property have proved in G. Therefore, G comma circle is a group. Now, we go to abelian property. That's why if S contains more than two elements, because the statements say S consisting of more than two elements, not two elements or one element or null set. So S must be contains at least two elements. So at least three elements, sorry. So let us say x1, x2, x3. The three elements are x1, x2, x3. Define f1, s2, s such that f1, x1 is equal to x2 and f1, x2 is equal to x1. f1, x3 is equal to x2. Once again, I have defined f1, s2, s is a function such that f1, x1 is equal to x2, f1, x2 is equal to x1, f1, x3 is equal to x2. Therefore, f1 is equal to x for all x belongs to x implies set s is equal to x set x1, x2, x3. Define another function f2, s2, s, f2, x1 is equal to x1, f2, x2 is equal to x3, f2, x3 is equal to x2, f2x is equal to x. Therefore, f1x is equal to x and f2x is equal to x. Therefore, for all x belongs to s, x1, x2, x3, f1 comma f2 belongs to G. For that, f1 circle f2x is equal to f1 of f2x1 is equal to f1 x1. What is f1 x1? Is equal to x2. Similarly, f2 circle f1 is equal f2 circle f1 of x1 is equal to f2 of f1 x1 is equal to f2 x2. What is f2 x2? x1. Therefore, f1 circle f2 not equal to f2 circle f1. Therefore, the binary, abelian property has not proved for the three elements. Therefore, G comma circle is a non-abelian group. Therefore, the theorem has been proved. Next problem. The problem is very, very important problem. Let G is equal to set of all a plus b root 2 such that a comma b belongs to Q. Then show that G comma plus is an abelian group. G comma plus is an abelian. What is G? Set of all a plus b root 2. That is third root true. One a plus b root 2. What are a comma b? A comma b belongs to q. What is q? Set of all p by q such that p belongs to z and q belongs to n. Therefore, the problem, very very important problem. G set of all a plus b root 2 such that a comma b belongs to q. Then show that G comma plus is an abelian group. So G is equal to set of all a plus b root 2, a comma b belongs to q. Okay, whether q is an empty set? No, q is non-empty set. Therefore, a comma b belongs to q means two elements are taken from q. That G is the element, G is the set obtained by each element by choosing two elements from q. Therefore, G is non-empty. So, G having at least one element. Let alpha is equal to alpha a1 plus b1 root 2, beta is equal to a2 plus b2 root 2. Both alpha comma beta belongs to G. What are a1, a2, b1, b2? a1, a2, b1, b2 belongs to q. Therefore, alpha plus beta is equal to a1 plus a2 plus b1 plus b2 into root 2. What is a1 plus a2? a1, a2 are belongs to q. Say a1 plus a2 also belongs to q. b1 plus b2 also belongs to q. Therefore, it is of the form alpha 1 plus beta 1. Alpha plus beta is equal to of the form a plus b root 2. So, alpha plus beta also belongs to G. Therefore, G comma plus is an algebraic structure because plus is a binary operation permitted in this case. Therefore, G comma plus is an algebraic structure. Now, we go to verify the associative property. That's why I have chosen three elements alpha, beta, gamma. What is alpha? Alpha is equal to a1 plus b1 root 2. What is beta? a2 plus b2 root 2. What is gamma? a3 plus b3 root 2. What are a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3? All are belongs to q. Therefore, alpha comma beta comma gamma belongs to G. Now, what is beta plus gamma? a2 plus a3 plus b2 plus b3 root 2. What is alpha plus gamma? a1 plus a3 plus b1 plus b3 root 2. Now, alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to a1 plus b1 root 2 plus a2 plus a3 plus b2 plus b3 root 2 is equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus b1 plus b2 plus b3 into root 2 is equal to a1 plus a2 plus b1 plus b2 root 2 plus a3 plus b3 root 2. It is equal to nothing but alpha plus beta plus gamma. Therefore, G comma plus is a semi-group. Now, we go to verifying the identity element in G. That's why what is the a plus b root 2 can be chosen 0 for a comma b belongs to 0. A comma b is equal to 0, then G also having 0. Therefore, G is equal to 0 plus 0 root 2. 0 belongs to G, 0 belongs to Q. Therefore, 0 plus 0 root 2 also belongs to G. Therefore, alpha plus 0 is equal to a1 plus 0 plus b1 plus 0 root 2 is equal to 0 plus a1 plus 0 plus b1 root 2 is equal to 0 plus 0 root 2 plus a1 plus b1 root 2 is equal to 0 plus alpha is equal to alpha. Therefore, alpha plus 0 is equal to 0 plus alpha is equal to alpha. Therefore, 0 is the identity element in G with respect to plus. Therefore, G comma plus is a monoid because G also having identity element. Now we want to verify the inverse element in G. Let A1 comma B1 belongs to Q implies minus A1 minus B1 also belongs to Q. Therefore, alpha belongs to G implies minus alpha is equal to minus A1 minus B1 root 2 belongs to G. Now such that alpha plus minus alpha is equal to 0 minus 0 root 2. 0 plus 0 root 2 is equal to minus alpha plus alpha is equal to 0. Therefore, for every alpha, there exists minus alpha also belongs to G. If alpha belongs to G, minus alpha also belongs to G such that alpha plus minus alpha is equal to identity element in G. Therefore, G comma plus is a group because inverse element exists. Now, we go to verifying the abelian property with respect to plus. What are the two elements in G? Alpha comma beta. Now, if we verify alpha plus beta and beta plus alpha, both are equal, then we say that G comma plus is an abelian group. If not verified, G comma plus is non-abelian group. Now, alpha plus beta is equal to A1 plus B1 root 2 plus A2 plus B2 root 2 is equal to A1 plus A2 plus B1 plus B2 root 2 is equal to A2 plus A1 plus B2 plus B1 root 2. This is equal to A2 plus B2 root 2 plus A1 plus B1 root 2 is nothing but beta plus alpha. Therefore, alpha plus beta is equal to beta plus alpha. Therefore, this abelian property has been verified for G comma plus. Therefore, G comma plus is an abelian group. So, very important problem. This problem is asked in many number of times in the examination. Now we go to next problem. This is also somewhat important. That is, show that the nth root of unity form an abelian group under multiplication. Once again the problem. The nth root of unity. What are the square root of unity? Minus 1 comma plus 1. What are the cube root of unity? 1 comma omega square. What are the fourth root of unity? 1 comma minus 1 comma I comma minus I. Similarly, nth root of unity. There are n roots are there. Form an abelian group with respect to multiplication, usual multiplication. That's why for proving this theorem, this problem, the nth root of unity are denoted by cos 2k pi by n. Cos 2k pi by n plus I sin 2k pi by n. Sin 2k pi by n plus I sin 2k pi by n. This can be simply written as cis 2k pi by n. What are the values of k? Because nth root of unity, that's why n is chosen. What is k? K may be 0, 1, 2, etc. n minus 1. What are the nth root of unity? Once again, cis 2k pi by n, k is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. n minus 1. How many values for k? N values. Starting from 0, ending with n minus 1 consecutively. Now let G be the set of nth root of unity. Now the nth root of unity is set to be chosen as the n elements are chosen in G. That's why G is equal to cis 2k pi by n such that k is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. n minus 1. Once again, G is equal to set of all cis 2k pi by n such that k is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. n minus 1. So, G having n elements. So, G is non-empty. G is non-empty. Now, cis 2k pi by n is also written as e power 2k pi I by n. E power I theta, it is the form e power I theta. What is theta? 2k pi by n. E power 2k pi I by n, k equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. n minus 1. Now for k is equal to 0, this is e power 2 into 0 into pi into I by n is nothing but e power 0 is equal to 1. For k is equal to 1, e power 2 into 1 into pi into I by n is equal to omega. K is equal to 2, we get omega square. K is equal to n minus 1, omega power n minus 1. For k is equal to n minus 1, what is the value? E power 2 into n minus 1 pi into I by n. It can be written as omega power n minus 1. Omega power n minus 1. Therefore, G is equal to set of 1 omega, omega square, omega cube, etc. omega power n minus 1. What is omega power n minus omega power n? E power 2 pi I n by n. N cancelling one time. E power 2 pi I. This is cis 2 pi. What is cis 2 pi? Cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi. What is cos 2 pi? 1. What is sin 2 pi? 0. Therefore, cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi is equal to 1 plus I into 0 is equal to 1. In any case, in any step, if omega power n is obtained, that is can be treated as 1. Omega power n is equal to 1. Therefore, omega is G is non-empty. Therefore, let A is equal to omega power r and B is equal to omega power s, because G having 1 omega, omega square, etc., omega power r, etc., omega power s, etc., omega power n minus 2, comma, omega power n minus 1. That's why I have chosen 2 elements in G, say omega power r and omega power s. They can be treated as A comma B. What are r comma s? R comma s belongs to Z. 0 less than or equal to r less than n. 0 less than or equal to s less than n. R less than n, s less than n implies r plus s also less than n. Now A into B, because multiplication is usual permittable binary operation. That's why A into B is equal to omega power r into omega power s is equal to omega power r plus s. R plus s belongs less than n. Therefore, omega power r plus s also belongs to G, because whatever power of omega is less than n, then the whole element belongs to G. Therefore, omega power r plus s belongs to G. Now, if r plus s greater than or equal to n, then r plus s is equal to n plus t. What is t? T belongs to G. What is t? 0 less than or equal to t less than n. Now A into B is equal to omega power r plus s is equal to omega power n plus t, because r plus s is equal to n plus t is equal to omega power n into omega power t. What is omega power n? 1. What is into 1 into omega power t is equal to omega power t. T less than n, therefore omega power t belongs to G. Therefore, A comma B belongs to G. A into B also belongs to G. Now, therefore, G comma dot is an algebraic structure. Now we have to verify identity element exists in G or not. 1 belongs to G the associative property can also be proved easily, because A belongs to G, B belongs to G, C belongs to G, B into C also belongs to G, A belongs to G, B into C also belongs to G, implies A into B into C also belongs to G. And similarly, A into B belongs to G, C belongs to G, A into B into G also belongs to G. So associative property is also been proved. Therefore, G comma dot is a semi-group. Now we want to identify the existence of identity element in G comma dot or not. Now, let one belong, because one belongs to G, because G having 1 omega square omega power n minus 1. Therefore, 1 belongs to G such that A into 1 is equal to 1 into A is equal to A for all A belongs to G. Therefore, 1 is identity in G with respect to multiplication. Therefore, G comma dot is a monoid. Now, let A belongs to G, 1 belongs to G is identity in G, 1 into 1 is equal to 1. Therefore, 1 is the inverse of 1 belongs to G. What is the inverse of 1 in nth root of unity? The same element. So, the inverse is the element itself is the inverse of inverse with respect to multiplication. Now, A is equal to omega square, B is equal to omega power n minus 1, such that A into B is equal to omega power n is equal to 1. Therefore, omega power n minus r is the inverse of omega power r. Therefore, every element in G is invertible. Every element in G is invertible, having the inverse of omega power r is omega power n minus r. Therefore, every element is invertible means G having G comma dot is a group. Therefore, this G comma dot is a group. Now, A into B is equal to omega power r into omega power s is equal to omega power r plus s is equal to omega power s plus r is equal to omega power s into omega power r is equal to B into A. Therefore, A into B is equal to B into A. Therefore, G comma dot is an abelian group. G comma dot is an abelian. Therefore, the nth root of unity with usual the set of nth root of unity with usual multiplication is an abelian group. Now, another certain problems which have been given as an exercise, that is, if S is a semi-group for x comma y belongs to S such that x square y is equal to y is equal to yx square, then prove that S is an abelian group. This is one problem as exercise. Another problem, show that the set of all ordered pairs A comma B of real numbers for which A not equal to 0 with respect to the operation into defined by pair AB into pair CD is equal to pair AC plus BC plus D is a group. Once again, the two problems are once again read as, if S is a semi-group, if for x comma y belongs to S, x square y is equal to yx square is equal to y, then prove that S is an abelian group. Another problem, show that the set of all ordered pairs A comma B of real numbers for which A not equal to 0 with respect to the operation into defined by pair AB into pair CD is equal to pair AC comma BC plus D is a group. Next one is another problem. Prove that if G is a group such that order of G less than or equal to G, then show that G is an abelian group. Once again, very very important problem this also. If G is a group such that order of G less than or equal to 4, then show that G is an abelian group. అంటే ఒక గ్రూప్ యొక్క ఆర్డర్ కనుక 4 అంతకన్నా తక్కువ ఉంటే అది ఖచ్చితంగా ఏబిలియన్ గ్రూప్ అవుతుంది. అది ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి. సో దిస్ ప్రాబ్లం కెన్ బి డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ వేరియస్ కేసెస్. కేస్ 1 ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ G is equal to 1, కేస్ 2 ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ G is equal to 2, కేస్ 3 ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ G is equal to 3, కేస్ 4 ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ G is equal to 4. కేస్ 1 order of G is equal to 1. What is order of G is equal to 1 means? What is the meaning of order of G? G having only one element. That the element is G is group. So G is a group and G having one element. That is the only element, identity element E. Therefore G is equal to singleton set E. Therefore G is non-empty. E belongs to G. Again E belongs to G, implies E dot E is equal to E is equal belongs to G. Therefore G comma dot is an algebraic structure. Next, let E belongs to G, E belongs to G and E belongs to G, implies E in dot E dot E is equal to E dot E is equal to E is equal to E dot E dot E. Therefore associative property also been verified in G with respect to dot. Therefore G comma dot is a semi group. Now let E belongs to G and E belongs to G such that E dot E is equal to E. This implies E is the identity element with respect to dot. Therefore G comma dot is a monoid. Now let E belongs to G, E is identity in G, then there exists E belongs to G such that E dot E is equal to E. Therefore the inverse of E is the element itself. Therefore E is the inverse of E in G with respect to dot. Therefore every element in G, because G having only one element, that element having also inverse. Therefore G comma dot is a group. Next one, E dot E is equal to E dot E. Therefore abelian property is also been verified in G comma dot. Therefore G comma dot is an abelian group when order of G is equal to 1. Now order of case 2, order of G is equal to 2. So G having two elements, every G having identity E, other than identity E there exists another element A. Therefore G is equal to set of A comma E. Now A belongs to G, E belongs to G, implies A dot E is equal to A is equal to E dot A, implies E is the identity in G. Therefore A belongs to G, E belongs to G, identity in G, E is identity in G, then A dot E is equal to E. Therefore A is the inverse of A belongs to G with respect to star, because A dot A is equal to E. Therefore inverse of A is the element itself. E dot E is equal to E. Therefore E is the inverse of E. Therefore the two elements in A are invertible as well as the inverse of the element itself. Therefore G comma dot is a group. Now A dot A is equal to A dot A, E dot E is equal to E dot E. Every element in E obeys abelian property. Therefore G is an abelian group when order of G is equal to 2. Now case 3, order of G is equal to 3. Therefore G is equal to set A, B, E. So three elements where E is identity element. A dot E is equal to A, B dot E is equal to B, E dot E is equal to A. There and E dot A is equal to A, E dot B is equal to B. If A dot B is equal to A, implies A dot B is equal to A dot E, implies B is equal to E. By using left cancellation law, A dot B is equal to A dot E, left cancellation B is equal to E. It is wrong. Similarly, A dot B is equal to B. We get A dot B is equal to E dot B. By right cancellation law, A is equal to E. It is also wrong. Therefore, A dot B not equal to A dot B not equal to B. Therefore, A dot B is equal to E and B dot A is equal to E. Therefore, A dot B is equal to B dot A is equal to E. Now, A dot A is equal to E implies A dot A is equal to A dot B, because A dot B is equal to E. Therefore, A dot A is equal to A dot B implies A is equal to B is wrong, because three different elements A, B, E. Similarly, A dot A is equal to A implies A dot A is equal to A dot E. By using left cancellation law, A is equal to E. It is also wrong. Therefore, A is equal to A dot A is equal to B and B dot B is equal to A. Then the composition table is like this. Therefore, G is abelian. So, order of G is equal to 3, then G is also abelian. Last case, order of G is equal to 4. That means G having 4 elements. So, other than E, they are having 3 elements, say A, B, C. E is identity element. Every element has inverse in G. Every element is inverse in G. Then two cases arises. Every element has a self inverse. Second case is A inverse is equal to A, B inverse is equal to C, C inverse is equal to B. So, for order of G, G is equal to A, B, C, E. E is identity. So, identity exists means monoid. So, inverse also exists. Every element in G is invertible. Therefore, G comma dot is a group. Now, if every element is invertible, then two cases arises. The first case is every element has self-inverse. The element itself is inverse. Another is A inverse is equal to A, B inverse is equal to C, C inverse is equal to B. First subcase, every element in G has self-inverse. Then xy is equal to xy inverse. What is xy inverse? Y inverse into x inverse. What is y inverse? Y. What is x inverse? Therefore, xy is equal to yx. Therefore, G is abelian. Now, another subcase. If A inverse is equal to A, B inverse is equal to C, C inverse is equal to B, then E dot E is equal to E, E dot A is equal to A, is equal to A dot E, E dot B is equal to B, is equal to B dot E, C dot E is equal to C, is equal to E dot C. If A dot B is equal to E, implies B is equal to A inverse, because E is identity. A dot B is equal to E implies B is the inverse of A. Therefore, B is equal to A inverse. Implies A is equal to B inverse is equal to C. So, A is equal to C is wrong. Again, A dot B is equal to E. A dot B is equal to A. Implies A dot B is equal to A dot E. Implies B is equal to A, E by left cancellation law. It is also wrong, because B is nothing but B is not equal to E. A dot B is equal to B. Implies A dot B is equal to E dot B. Right cancellation law, A is equal to, it is also wrong. Therefore, A dot B not equal to E, A dot B not equal to A dot B is equal to A. Therefore, A dot B is equal to C and B dot A is equal to C and A dot B is equal to B dot A is equal to C. Further, B dot B is equal to E is equal to BC is BC, implies B is equal to C. B dot B is equal to B implies B dot B is equal to B dot E is equal to B dot E implies B is equal to E. Wrong. If B dot B is equal to C implies B square is equal to E implies B is equal to E. B dot B is equal to A is equal to A dot C implies cancellation law is equal to A. Therefore, A dot C is equal to C dot A is equal to B, and B dot C is equal to C dot B is equal to E. The composition table is like this. Therefore, G is abelian. Therefore, the problem has been proved. Now, another exercise problem. Show that the set of all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is an abelian group with respect to multiplication modulo 7. Another problem. Show that the set of complex numbers modulo 1 G is equal to set of e power I theta, theta belongs to R, form an abelian group with respect to the composition of multiplication. Another problem. If G is equal to set A, B, C, D, where A is equal to 2 by 2 matrix 1, 0, 0, 1, B is equal to minus 1, 0, 0, 1, C is equal to 1, 0, 0, minus 1, and D is equal to minus 1, 0, 0, minus 1. Prepare the composition table over G with matrix multiplication. The composition, matrix multiplication as composition, show that G is a group with respect to multiplication. So, all the problems in this first unit has been done. So, students, my dear students, you are all must aware of observing your material that has been supplied by the college, and before listening the lessons, then it will be very helpful to you. అంటే మీరు నేను ఏ లెసన్ చెప్తున్నప్పటికీ కూడా ఆ లెసన్ సంబంధించినటువంటి మీకు కాలేజీలో సప్లై చేసినటువంటి మెటీరియల్ని ముందు పెట్టుకుని ఆ లెసన్స్ని వినాలి. అలా వింటే మీకు ఈ లెసన్స్ అనేటువంటి చాలా చక్కగా మీకు అర్థమయ్యి చాలా చక్కగా చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. దీంతో ఈ ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్ ఏదైతే గ్రూప్స్ అనేటువంటి చాప్టర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి అన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ని, అన్ని థియరమ్స్ని, అన్ని కాన్సెప్ట్స్ని కూడా పూర్తిగా క్లియర్గా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. థ్యాంక్ యూ. గాడ్ బ్లెస్ యూ ఆల్.